Hey everybody, welcome to Steampunk class number 2. Yours truly, Derek T. Stevens. I am the Crow on the forums. Do the Crow's Nest daily drops. Awesome! That was for Mr. 50 Shades of Nelson, who's my handler in Dixon, Tennessee. Mr. Nelson, how you doing tonight?
Doing all right.
Brilliant! I've got a couple of submissions of my own that they sent to my Gmail account, which is cool. I've already looked at it and posted on that for homework. And I know we only have 3 submissions so far. I'm here to say I'm going to knock you all out. I want all IP addresses traced, Mr. Nelson. I want their home addresses, and I'm going to go to each house who did not submit homework, and I'm going to bring a kitty with me, and I'm just going to hold it up, and it's going to cry.
That's actually not too much of an issue, considering that we do have that information for each one of our members, so we'll get right on that.
Really awesome. Okay, I'm so done with that. Seriously, I can't do that anymore because I sound like I should be on Will and Grace, and I would be Will. But anyway, on that note, why don't you, anyway, welcome everybody to the Steampunk number 2. What I want to do is I want to go through the 3 submissions, and then we're going to do a 5-minute drawing, and tonight it is all about guns and gear, and then we may start our template for our human. What I'll do is do a real quick one, and if you guys can't keep up for whatever reason, don't like my drawing, I'll draw 2 blank templates you'll be able to find online of a man and a woman. So what we're going to do tonight, our guns and our gear that we create, we can put on our template, which will be your template. And anyway, yeah, Mr. 50 Shades, rescue me, please. Okay. I'm so upset about Matt Damon being Aquaman, dude. Seriously.
I apologize. I don't know what I'm apologizing for, but I do.
Really, you sound Canadian.
What's wrong with Canadians?
They apologize for everything. They're like Kiefer Sutherland, who's Canadian. I love the guy. Lost Boys, 24. He said one time he ran into a parking meter, and without noticing or recollecting what's going on, he said, "I'm sorry." Alex Head. I like it. Alex, you got some bags under your eyes, dude. I'm kind of concerned about that. But, you know, the staple of steampunk for men is the top hat. Really pleased you put the top hat in. I love your eyes. I love the little shadows, the glints in there, the highlights. And if you look really closely, the texture he put in his undershirt. The dude is stacked. He must be, like, strong. A little bit of concern about the knee and kneecap. Again, this is not an anatomy class, but for a Chippy, brilliant. And he even went above and beyond. He drew a side view. And I love your little hat, man. It fits your big head and itty-bitty pipe. I love it. Well done. Wait. Don't take it away yet. Now, if I was to be a modeler, and we all know I'm a modeler. Well, thanks to Mr. Jason Busby, and he had no one else to shoot. I am a professional model. No, he didn't pay me. Never mind. Whenever we're doing all this, I like how everything's lining up at the top of the top hat, but, you know, you have this bent down so we can see the top. I like that rendition, but that's not shown here. And the eyes, this is kind of like golden nuggets. You tell they're up here, and the eye frames down here. You need to make that arch up through here as well if you're going to do basically a turnaround for box modeling. Otherwise, again, it's not the real assignment. I'm trying to eyeball this. This is pretty darn close here. The top here, pretty close. And, you know, we could change those eyes in 3D. That's not a problem. I love the gear on the backpack. It's simple, and it's freaking steampunk, and you got gears and you have wires. Mr. Alex Head, well done. You are now the head of the class. I'm a dork.
Okay, next up we have a moon child.
Mein Liebchen. Ich liebe dich, Liebchen. Oh, look at that. It's not really a chippy girl. You do your own thing, but I love the curls in her hair. Check that out, Nelson.
Looks good.
It's really pretty. It's really good. I love the textures in the hair. And don't smoke. It's bad for you. You know what really made me mad? I'm going to tell you. Go ahead and ask. What made me mad?
What made you mad?
Wolverine used to drink like a fish and smoke cigars, cigarettes, whatever. And now because we're living in the politically correct world, he hardly ever drinks in the comic books anymore. Doesn't smoke. It just kind of bummed me out. Anyway, smoking's bad. Don't do that. I love your little stockings here too. and the pose is brilliant. I'm going to bust you on this. I'm coming to Germany. I have my passport, my Liebchen, and I'm going to kick your ash. I said ash. She knows what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure most of you people out there know what I'm talking about as well. Deep breath. All right, next.
All right, next up and last up, we have a Sunny.
Holy crap on a cracker, Sonny. Not a chippy by any means. Hey, I don't know if this is asked for, wanted some colors in, but some color. Hey, thank you, Sonny. And let's break this down here. I love the whole, look at those little pipe holes there. That's brilliant. Smoke coming out. Nice. Like this energy blade he's going on, and the gauntlets and the pack. I'm assuming that goes to some sort of power pack here. Really, really well done. I feel sorry for the guy losing his hand or his arm. But if this is truly you, Sonny, you've got some good hair. And you got this little goatee that I got going on, too. I had to dye mine because I look like freaking Santa Claus. I'm so old. Concerns right around here because it's a little flat. Last Chippy class we were talking about when we were running this out. I see starting right here, it comes out just a little bit. I like to see it a little bit more. So we can tell that it is layered and it kind of blends in here. We're not going to pick on colors, but I love your little meter reader here. Can you imagine the dude though? He's like, bam, 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 zonk. Those are my sound effects for him, like fighting people. Then he has to look down here. Wait a minute, I'm running out of steam. That could be a problem. Functionality, if you have to look at your crotch area to see if you have more power. Just saying, if it is tied into all this. Functionality. But well done, ladies and gentlemen. The rest of you, I will see you probably the next day to day and a half because I'll be coming to your house with a kitten and you're going to watch it cry because you do not do your homework. Mr. 50 Shades Nelson, why is it important for them to do the homework?
Practice.
Thank you very much. Jane's not done her homework. Leonard's not. I know where Leonard lives. Pretty much. It's in Canada. Is Canada big? No, it's not that big, is it?
It's very large but sparsely populated compared to the United States.
Well, I will get the IP address. I can go to Canada too because I have my passport. Oh yeah. All right. Take my screen back. I'm going to do a 5-minute warm-up and then we're going to dive into class and create all sorts of guns and gear. All right. Image. I had to catch my breath and stop drinking coffee. Image. Image size. Where's my image size? Image size is here. 20 by 20, 300 DPI dots per inch. As I always state, we should look at our real estate here and make sure we have everything going on. I have black selected. I have my brush selected. I do not have my brush. I have my brush. All right, that's good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a layer here, and I'm going to call it... Ah, really? Crap on a cracker. We're just going to call it layer 1 right now. It's going to be my base. And I'm going to hit a blue tone to start my base out. You know what I almost did, Nelson? I almost looked down here to hit stop recording or F10 because I've been doing VTMs all day long. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we'll be learning how to draw on the Crow's Nest. 4 simple lessons to try to set mood and feeling. It's free. It's cool. I hope you guys do it. All right. Anyway, 5-minute drawing. What we're going to draw tonight is let's draw something cute and grotesque. Grotesque. There you go. Grotesque. Let's draw something cute and ugly at the same time. How's that?
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Let's make him a goblin or her a goblin in an interesting pose this time. Now, I know this is not an anatomy class. I'm stretching your imaginations to the brink. I'm hoping you've seen some of my anatomy classes. If not, no worries. You can kind of follow along. So give me a 5-minute countdown, or not countdown, but 5 minutes, and we will go. We got to practice. We got to warm up our hands. I've been doing all sorts of other stuff today besides drawing. Shame on me. You ready?
It would have been significantly more convenient if you had waited roughly 20 seconds before suggesting
Dude, you
to
don't have,
me
you are like
that...
computer guru.
Well, see,
Can't you
okay,
like
basically what I'm doing
program
now,
something?
I'm just waiting here to stall for this particular counter to line up with what would be easy to calculate in my head, which it's doing right now, so start.
All right, I'm always going to start with the middle, the base. I got my little head going on through here. I got my little crotch area through here. I'm going to throw some big shoes like this here, kind of reminiscent of a Chippy style. Big shoes through here. Have his hands through here like this, and we'll have an empty bottle of something through here. And we'll make him have pointed ears because he's kind of a goblin. And then a big, hello, look at me, I've been partying with my brony pals. And then I'll put my eyes right through here. So I'm going to ghost this out, go to my opacity, bring it down quite a bit, create another layer, I'm going to call it layer 2. I'm going to hit my blacks. I'm going to come in here, and I'll start with my face. I'm coming in through here, following my guidelines. Make my little V through here. And again, my eyes, I kind of want some pointed eyes here. Eyebrow, knitted in the middle. We'll have his nose, kind of big cheesy grin on his face, his teeth. And I have my ear here. Ear through here, let's give him a couple earrings because he's cool. We'll put for cap, some hair coming in through here. That's looking good or tolerable, some cheekbones. Let's give him, like Sunny and I have, this little goatee looking thing here. And up above the neck, we're going to start drawing his jacket. We'll draw a smiley face with a bullet hole. Oh, I'm all bleeding and stuff. It's bad. Some of his jacket. I'll zoom back here. What I really like doing actually is the bottom tread of feet. Or come through here. And I'll separate it like this. Throw just a little bit of perspective in here like so. And then follow it around here. Oops. Some feet, some of his legs. Let's put his pants kind of split open like this. He's got a belt on, but it's not working. It says, belt buckle says lucky. We'll do the same thing with his feet over here. And then we can throw a little bit more perspective on this side like this. And here we go with this area right here. We have an empty bottle. It's a Joblin bottle, so it may not look like our own bottles. Spilled out. Eat more cows. And then we'll give him kind of a half shirt to make fun of him with his belly button showing, a little bit of hair going on through here. Now we'll come back in through here. How much time I got?
You have a little bit less than a minute.
This will be top on the hat. Through some lines in here where the shadow would go. Bring our base of our wall like this. A couple small bricks. Maybe some shadow up through here. Speaking of Wolverine, this dude's got a cigar that's still burning and some shoelaces that are untied. Ta-da! Plenty of time, right, Mr. Nelson?
You went over by 4 seconds.
Sorry about that. That's a quick 5-minute rendering, 5-minute drawing. So let's take the first 2 volunteers to say what they did so I can make fun of them or go, oh, you were awesome, fabulous. And then we will get started. So who are the first volunteers / victims?
It looks like we have a Sunny.
Sonny, how you doing?
Ridiculous on my drawing, but whatever.
I like it though. You got some tread going down on his feet. You threw a different perspective in there, like he's in a corner. You got his bottle for 5 minutes, man. You got a little smiley face. Not bad at all.
Thanks. I'm rushing because I'm drawing pretty fast.
Well, again, it's a 5-minute sketch. The whole reason behind the 5-minute sketch is to get your hand and your eye all warmed up so we can start on the lessons. But I've worked for a couple of people or gotten jobs from a couple of people who are like, we want you to do a 5 to 10 minute sketch of X and no more, no less, and then send it to us. And, you know, part of you are like, well, I'm going to cheat and do an hour's worth. But then they know if you spent too much time on it. But they want to see what you can do in that particular amount of time. And for 5 minutes, you did a good job, man. I'm digging it. Well done. All right, who's the next victim?
Next up, we have no hands being raised, so... people. Ooh, we have a Mr. J.
Well, fabulous, Mr. J. I got to do the Joker voice whenever I have Mr. J. What's up, baby?
Oh, not too much. I've just got to get it transferred over to my actual computer.
No worries. Mr. Ray and I were talking about you today.
What are you talking about?
How sexy your voice sounds.
Oh, I bet.
No, seriously. We were just talking about how we were very happy that you were here amongst this class and the MMO class. And he was absent because he's like moving and he's in hotel to hotel right now. He's living the rock star lifestyle and he's wanting to know what's going on with the class. He's going to try to join next class. And he's like, well, is Nick still here? I'm like, you mean Mr. J? He's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, he's still here. Not bad. Talk about what you did while you answer this phone call.
Sure. Well, I drew it really fast. And yeah, it's a lot easier when I can look at the other screen and kind of follow along. It's not as easy to do the bottle there. He some spilled whatever he was drinking. Drew some like hair on his belly, some like pubes sticking out of his little unbuttoned pants because that's just horrifying. And yeah, that's about it.
So what was the inspiration behind this piece?
I really don't know. I was just like, well, let's go more horrifying instead of cute, because it looked more horrifying than cute.
Well, I like his little beanie, so that was nice. Good 5-minute sketch. Well done. He's got his little treasure trailer going down there. That's pretty gross.
I know. That's what I was thinking right there.
That's all I've got to say. Mr. J, I'm glad you're here. Are you ready to learn some steampunk stuff?
Of course I am.
Heck yeah. Okay, let's do this then. Mr. 50 Shades, bring me my screen back and let's get started.
Alrighty.
Drinking a coffee. Let's go ahead and select all this. And I know there's tons of different ways to do this. I just hit cut. Actually, let's just... Can we start over? Because I feel like an idiot. There we go. Create a new layer here. Let's see if it works this time. There we go. Gun 01, enter. All right, steampunk. We talked about the top hats just a bit, and rivets. There's gears, Gatling guns, lots of pipes. And what we're going to do here now is, first of all, let me select my blue. for my layer. Whenever I draw this, it's my base layer. It's kind of like a wireframe. If you're doing any 3D stuff, put it down to 51, and that's good. So what we're going to do is draw kind of a Gatling gun-ish looking thing in blue, and then we're going to kind of trick it out. I'm going to show you guys some simple ways to make gears in Steampunk. So if everyone's ready, what we're going to do is use simple shapes again. I'm going to use my selection tool up here, my square. Select it out here like this. Hit Alt Delete. I have a little blue here, Control D to deselect. Hit my eraser tool. And then Shift. Bring this down here like this. And wow, looky here, I've got 1, 2, 3 little forms for like a Gatling gun, just that quick. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw little bullets. Need to select my pin. Let's bring my brush size up a little bit. And we'll make a little square up here for the sight. Bring this down here like this. I want this to come out here just a little bit. Comes back through here like this. And from this gear here, let's bring this up. Small circle because it's cool with a straight line. And what does it do? I'm not really for sure right now, but it looks pretty cool. And let's just draw the outline, a general shape. So I'm going to come up here, build a little bit of a gearish looking stuff up through here like this. Bring this back like this. Bring it down. Then out for the handle. Come down here like this. It's a little bit too far. Yeah, I bet you guys are like, what the crap's he doing? My handle through here like this. Bring it up here, trigger guard, like that. And we have our first shape for our first weapon. So I'm going to select all of this here, hit Control T, bring this down like this and shove it up here. Hit Enter, Control D to deselect, and then we're off and running to our next weapon. Our next weapon, we shall do this same thing, our selection tool up through here. I want you to make an elongated box, rectangle like this. Hit Alt, Delete, Control D. So right now we already have our long-looking rifle-esque looking weapon. And then what I'm going to do from this area right here is with the selection tool up here, the marquee select, I'm going to make another box on top of this, make it really nice and long, and hit Alt, Delete, and Control D to deselect. Mr. 50 Shades, ask me why I'm doing this.
Derek, why are you doing this?
Because it's simple ways to make simple shapes very, very fast, to throw detail down. So I have this very elongated area right through here. Select my brush through here like this. Let's go ahead and come down here for the stock. Now it's not the top of the point right here. Actually, let me do this real quick. I'm going to shrink it down just a little bit because I'm running out of real estate. I select all of it, Control T, and I'll shrink it down to about this and make it maybe a little bit smaller. Hit Enter, Control D to deselect, then hit my brush button again. And again, I'm not selecting from up here, but almost halfway down the middle. I'm going to come up like this, where the shoulder goes. And from here, I'm building on to where the handle would go. Let's make it nice and round down here. Trigger would be here. Trigger guard would be here. And then I personally, and I need to ask you this, Mr. Nelson, all my weapons have pistol grips on them, my rifles. Are you a pistol grip kind of guy? Because I see in your Facebook page, you don't have pistol grips on that.
I appreciate them.
And then, okay, I hit my selection tool again, and let's put some sort of gas canister up here. I'll bring it up here like this, hit Alt Delete, and then I need to connect it. Hit Alt Delete, and Control D to deselect. And I have a base outline for this weapon here. So let's just concentrate on these two weapons right now, shall we? Yes, we shall. I'm going to ghost these babies out. I will create yet another layer. I'll say pass O2, enter. Now I'll go ahead and select my black. Hold on. Wow, that sounded sexy. Let's just go ahead and start with this Gatling-like rifle, pistol, shotgun-ish looking thing here. I need to get my brush back out. Bring my opacity all the way back to 100. That's fine. I'll bring my brush size down quite a bit. Bring it up a little bit more to a 20. I'll wait for everyone to catch up. I don't want to move too fast, but I definitely don't want to spend too much time on one particular thing. So right now we're going to hit this area right here. I'm going to hit Shift, and I have a straight line come up through here. Now I'm making my detail a little bit tighter, actually a lot tighter. And I still have my Shift button hit. I'm going to start with the contours of everything. Following this down here, all the way up to here. Still having my Shift button hit. I'm tracing the outlines all the way around. Until I get to here. So now when I turn my first pass off, I have a nice outline of a weapon, and we got to put detail into it. So does anybody need more time? I don't want to go way too fast.
I don't see anything, no.
All right, roger that. So let's go ahead and separate this area through here to here. I'll turn my base back on. And what I'm going to do is hit my eraser tool right here, hitting Shift. So what eraser I have picked. I need a hard eraser. Coming down through here. Like this, so it's nice and even, it's nice and clean. Hit my brush button again. And I'm actually going to take my brush size down from a 20 to a 10. So I have some different line weight variations, so it's not so boring. I'm going to come up to here like so. Like that. Let's go ahead and, I guess I could have done this from the get-go, like this. And we already have our lines made for this area here. So I'm hitting Shift and just dragging it across like this. Shift, dragging it across here. Shift to here. Shift to here. This area right here. Shifting down here, and let's go ahead and close this up with another Shift button. So now when I take my base layer off, I have things that are being separated. So my brush is a size 10. I'll bring it down to an 8. And this middle area right through here, hitting Shift, dragging it across, up here, dragging it across, here, dragging it across. Now when I zoom back out like this, it looks like we put tons of work and tons of detail into it. Again, that's why I work really, really big. So when I shrink it down, it looks really, really nice. So let's go ahead and continue with our detail in the level here. And what I want to do is let's go ahead and work on this area up through here. We have our brush size down to an 8, and that's fine with me. Zoom in here really nice and close. Go for a straight line, hitting shift again. Shift this area here, down to here, this area here. Making another square, and then 1, 2. Buckle my shoe. From here, making a barrel extension, straight line down through here. Give you guys a moment to catch up. From this line here, I'm going to take another straight line here and connect it to this line right here. So when we zoom back out, this area right through here would actually be empty. So this is extending over what we need. It gives it a nice cool feel for it. This area right down here, I'm going to select this, shift button again, bring it across here. Let's make another little box right through here. Bring it down. And then 1. And we'll make a small box in here. Like so. Again, I'm pulling back for a nice read. That's fine. This area right through here, let's start not here, but down just a little bit. Bring a straight line here, then connect it here. Connecting it here. And then we'll just close this little gap up through here like this. And from this area right here is where I want, bullocks, fold across. Breaking it up like that, our first actually curvature type line. We'll make a small circle here. Small circle here, where it's actually being held together. Make a small circle down here like this. And we'll put some sort of nice decorative piece here of making a little circle. And what I'm going to do is make a square or a rectangle like this. I need to really zoom in for you guys. This area here, like so. I'm going to close this up with an area like this. Make some sort of chain looking thing. Maybe it's attached to a belt for some reason. Zoom back. When we zoom back, it really looks nice and tight. So how's everybody doing so far?
If you're to interpret their silence as doing well, then I would say they are doing excellent.
Hey, and guys and gals, there's no harm in asking questions. I don't mind. If you need me to slow down, that would be fine with me. Pistol grip is here. Let's go ahead and put the trigger with the line straight through here like this. Let's really zoom in here. I Control Z again. Coming almost all the way down to here. Shifting all the way across here like this. And then from here, put our trigger. Zooming back out, make sure we have a good read. Okay, we can see the trigger guard. We have these little bolts here. We have a chain here, the Gatlin area right through here. A really cool looking sight. Now we need to do something funky from up in here. So we drew it, we need to make it shine and make it happy. All right, so from here, I'm gonna actually build something on top of it. Hitting my shift button again like this. Coming down here and building up past this area here like that for a quick read scope, and then I'll have the lens protrude out just a little bit like this. And we have too much white space here, so I'm going to come in through here like this, make a little circle. Zoom back out. And we're getting ourselves a pretty nice looking weapon so far. Notice I said weapon, it is not a gun. Hoorah. That's for you, Mr. 50 Shades.
I did
Thank
it.
you very much. You did it, and I really appreciate that. All right, let's put some cool detail in through here then. We need to break some stuff up. Parts of Steampunk is the decor. I'm really going to bring my brush size down to, say, a 6. Kind of make it like some leaflets through here. Trigger guard coming in through here like this. And there's no right or wrong. You can make different squiggly lines if you want. That's fine. I'm going to come back in through here like so, a little bit closer. Bring my brush size up all the way to a 25 and go dot, dot, cootie shot, dot, dot like that. I zoom out like this. I got a little bit of decor. Now I'm going to make a couple more lines in through here for functionality, because we have to have casings to be able to come out someplace. Correct, Mr. Nelson?
Correct.
So I'll tell you what, let's make it the top where it goes out like this. So I'm hitting here, shift, bringing my brush size down to a 7, really zooming in here like this, splitting the difference in half like this, coming up here, coming down here, like that. One last time, coming up here. So, in essence, our casings, when they shoot around, they're going to eject out, pop, 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 out here like so. Let's go ahead and make this look more tubular. So I'm going to come in through here like this, make some round areas for some sort of piping. And we'll make a circle right through here. Hitting my shift button again here to here. And then from here, all the way to this area here like this. All the way to this area here. Let's bring this down and make another small box with inside the box. We'll put a couple of rivets here, and then we'll put a bigger rivet in through here and here. Zoom over here, bring our brush size down quite a bit to a 9, and put some gold leaflets through here. Like so. And then from here, make another line up here like this. And there you go. You have a Gatling shotgun sort of thing. What I want you guys to do is keep this, and then you can marquee select, like I'm about to do here, and place it on your character wherever you'd like. You can turn it around. You can elongate it if you want it longer. You can make it super big. Whatever you need or you think you need to do. And I do that quite a bit. I just made it bigger. Control D. Just literally from here, if you wanted to, and why not, because we're here, what I can do is I'm going to select this again, hit Control C for Control Copy, Control V, bring this bad mamma jamma down here, hit Control T to select it all, and now I can start messing around with different shapes. I can make it super big, like it's just a big sidearm, hit Enter, move it down here. It is the same drawing we just drew, but it's just, bam, you got a different look. It's just that simple. You want to get really froggy with it, you can hit your selection tool here. Just select this area here, hit Control T. Elongate this out here, hit Enter, Control D. We have to go back and clean some of these lines up, but literally it's that simple. So with that, we just created 2 weapons. So I need a couple of victims to see how they're doing.
All right, hands, questions, any sort of means of communication, and we'll jump into your screen. Or are you just, you want to see how they're doing, or you want to hear how they're doing?
I want to see and hear.
Okay.
Is Leonard here?
Mr. Leonard is not here, no.
I'm tracking his butt down.
We do have a Mr. Wolf, though, who just raised his hand.
Mr. Wolf, hey, I love what you did. By the way, I've not responded to your email yet, but I love Cynthia's. Hey, how you doing, man? I love Cynthia's her loincloth thing. Dude, so what do you think?
I just heard you love Cynthia's loincloth.
I do. I mean, I do. I can't deny that. I like the...
Do you mean in the recent thing I sent you?
Yes.
Okay.
So how easy is this, man? I mean, you got 2 different guns, 2 different... I got to do push-ups now. 2 different weapons by making 1.
Yeah, that's cool.
Easy peasy cover girl. Any questions, my friend?
Yeah, I believe it's breezy, not peasy, but other than
Easy
that,
peasy breezy cover girl.
easy
Shut
breezy.
up. Shut up. Dork. I'm a dork too, so it's okay. Well done, though. So when you're done with this, go ahead and save them, because you never know when you're going to need them to put in holsters and all that sort of stuff.
Cool, I did save it.
All right,
Yeah.
good. Well done. I'm proud of you. You kept up
Thanks.
beautifully.
Thanks.
All right, one more victim.
I'm not seeing anyone.
Just jump into a random screen. And put Mr. 50 Shades of Nelson on the spot. Jane, Seth. Baby girl, how you doing tonight?
No.
No, yes.
I stopped.
Why'd you
went
stop?
too fast.
Okay.
Oh, I
next,
got lost. So
well, the next one I'll slow down for you, okay? I never want to be accused of being too fast. Giggity, giggity. All right, here you go. I love the Gatlin area right through here. If you're actually going to grip this area, can you see my mouse?
yeah.
Okay, this area right through here, the barrel of the weapon. I love that. But if you were going to grip this area right through here, you would have one thin finger to come in and grab your trigger. That's the only problem I see. You need to make that a little bit bigger. Yeah, just right there.
Yeah.
And seriously, before I started working with weapons and all that sort of stuff, jumping out of airplanes, I didn't draw weapons that well because I didn't work with them. But now it's not an everyday thing. But I play with my weapons a lot. That's the only way you can stay fresh, frosty, and on top of things. You know, they say, don't play with guns. Well, yeah, you need to. Not loaded weapons by any means, but you need to practice your tap, rack, bang. You need to practice your stance and your draws. And that's how you get familiar with them. And that's why, I can kind of draw them, because I'm more familiar with them. And a lot of people, how are your gun laws in Canada anyway? Can you have a weapon in Canada?
You have to have a license. And
we have to have one here.
You can't have handguns unless you're going to a target range, if I get that right. I'm not a gun person, so I don't keep up on it.
And that's no problem. For Steampunk, we're going to have to start studying weapons, girl. And I'm never moving into Canada.
I think mainly hunters you can have the weapons.
I have
like no AK, whatever you guys carry down there.
We don't carry AK. I'm okay. A couple of my buddies have AKs. AR.
Yeah,
anyway.
the people seem to get a hold of them down there a lot easier than up here.
Well, they're legal, and I go through legal channels, but that's neither here nor there. I love what you've done. Make your trigger guard a little bit bigger, and thank you for letting us.
Oh, I need a lot more done in here. I'll have to follow the video later.
Okay, we'll do that, and I'll go slower next time. And hey, listen, I'm serious. If you're like, hey, I need more time when I ask, or even if I don't ask, this goes for anybody in class, raise your hand, Mr. 50 Shades of Nelson will see that, and I'll slow down, okay? Promise me?
Okay.
Roger that. All right, Mr. 50 Shades, take my screen again.
Alrighty. We are jumping into Derek.
Ouch, that hurt. I'm teasing. I love it when you jump into me. Let's go ahead and make my baseline here. But now notice I'm on my layer 1. I'm not on this second pass layer. So I'm going to have to move this weapon up through here like this. And then what I'll do is on my second pass layer here, it's selected now so I can move it. Marquee over this, hit Control T. Bullocks. I was on the wrong layer. Rewind this, Mr. Nelson.
Sounds good.
Control Enter, Control D, get on the right bloody layer. Here we go. Marquee select, Control T, move this mamma jamma down here like this, and then our Enter, Control D to deselect. Then we have our baseline. Easy peasy, easy cover girl, Mr. Wolf. I'll hit my B for my brush. I check it here. I know I need to bring it up a little bit. Let's bring it up to a 25. I don't like that either. 35, that's fine. And what I'm going to do is follow my contour by hitting Shift. Let's bring this all the way up here. Following the contour of the weapon all the way down to here. And by doing what I'm doing is I'm hitting Shift. My Shift key is continually being pushed. Coming up, down. Since we have a little pinch in here, I'm going to come here, make another little pinch. Bring it to here. And literally just following everything around. And for the stalk, your shoulder would go here, Miss Jane. Go ahead and straighten that up. Let me see out of that real quick. And following it around like so. Now I know, bullocks, Mr. 50 Shades, you see what I just did?
I'm sorry.
No, it's my fault. I was still on that layer. I was wondering why it was all grayed out like this. Let me go to my second pass layer here. Then I have my black. All right, it gives you guys and gals more time. I need to be on the right layer. Pass 02. Let's try this one more time. Follow this around. Like so. Almost done. Stay on target. Stay on target. Almost done. Take this mask off right here. Now I have a secondary outline of my weapon, which is perfect because it is 9:59 my time. So what we'll do is we'll take a 7-minute break, go ahead and catch up, And then we come back, we'll start filling detail into there. And once we get that done, we're going to build a really cool chest piece for this guy right here. Now, I've been thinking about, because this whole thing is supposed to be where you draw your own character and keep adding on and adding on and adding on. I kind of touched on it in the beginning. This is going to be my outline for the character that I'll be using to build all my steampunk gear. And I'm not for sure if you have or have not taken the anatomy classes, so that's why I want to help you build your template. But tonight's lesson is basically on gear and that sort of stuff. So just keep that in mind, and what we'll do is we'll be able to transform our chest pieces or shoulder pieces, whatever we build tonight, onto your character. So with that, let me put back to the right screen so you guys can follow along. Do I have any questions before we go on break?
Nope.
All right, so if you've not got caught up this far, go ahead and catch up during break. You get a drink, use the potty, whatever you have to do. And I'll ask for questions again when we come back. Make sure you ask. No question is a silly question. All right, Mr. 50 Shades, take us out. We'll be back in about 7 to 8 minutes.
Alrighty.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I don't know what I did when I was gone for my break. I can't remember. I blacked out. Mr. 50 Shades Nelson blacked out too, but we're both back in the New York groove here and now. And let's open it up for some questions. I hope you guys had enough time to catch up with this weapon here. Does anybody have any questions?
No. I don't see any questions that arrived during the break.
All right. Let's go ahead and get started again. We have our outline drawn. I don't need this whole... I don't need this area right here, so I'm just going to get bullocks. Bring this down here like that. I got in trouble the other day, Mr. 50 Shades Nelson. Ask me why.
Derek, why did you get in trouble?
Because I had my 4-year-old saying bullocks.
Nice.
Well, you know, I can't have her saying any other bad word, and I try to say the least amount of bad words as I can around her. But my wife knows what it means, so that's a no-no. All right, so let's go ahead and continue to work on our rifle here. I test my brush size. I don't like it. I'm going to bring it down quite a bit from a 35 all the way down to a 15. Test it. I'm happy with that. And we're going to work from back to front this time. Take it right here. Let's kind of split it up. Come up through here. Okay, so we have a split. Coming down through here like this. Let's put in a little pad right here. I'm coming up all the way over. All the way over. Let's make a little circle here. And then doing 1, 2, 1, and bullocks. 2. So I split this baby up through here like this. Put a little pad up through here. Ideally, it's going to wrap around your stock. A little snap through here. So let's put a little, how it's sitting there. So come here like this. 1, 2, 1, 2. And let's bring this straight down like this. And then slide it over 1, 2. So what I did was I brought these little straps down through here to ideally hold our weapon or this little pad in place. And I'm going to bring my brush stroke down to a 9 to make things interesting. And for more detail, from here to here, from here to here, from here to here. And then we'll make a small little box here and a small little box here. And a shift button is your friend tonight, okay? Shift like this. Shift, shift, shift. I'm going to bring it back down like this. with less than 25 different lines using our shift button, we got some interesting looking things going on here. And I like that. That's fine. The only thing is, Mr. 50 Shades Nelson, this is no longer a collapsible stock. Actually, we can make it collapsible stock. Let's go ahead and erase this right here. But you guys are like, what the crap is he doing? All right. Whenever I had to clear houses, like, first of all, I use a 9mm because you don't want to shoot through walls, especially like an apartment sort of thing, if you miss your target. But your stock, this area right through here, depending on what size of a person you are, it can collapse, can go smaller, it can go bigger, so it fits strictly for you. So in order to make that illusion happen, what we're going to do is come in through here really nice and tight. Make sure my brush is selected here. Do a test stroke. I don't like that. Let's bring it up to a 15. From here, I'm going to come down like this. Here, here, here. Let's put one more in the middle like this. So ideally, it's like a telescope, like Robin's staff. It will collapse or come back or down like this. And it's also a cool read when I bring it down like this. It adds a little bit of more detail to it. I think it's a fine reading. So let's go ahead and bring our brush size back down to an 8. I'll put a little bit of leaflets through here like this. Kind of give that scene. What? Did you see that, Mr. Nelson?
Maybe. What did I see?
Nothing. What? My computer's acting screwy.
Stop this madness.
I know, right? And I believe Photoshop has crashed. Please pause the video. Hey everybody, we had a hiccup in a moment. My computer was acting stupid. I'm not really. Oh, we're going to come over here and hit my brush button and make some gold-like leaflets in here to kind of make it decor like it is all steampunkish. And since it is steampunkish and we have lots of wires and stuff and pipes, hit our shift button down here like this. Let's bring another area through here like that for like a little pipe. And I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring my brush stroke size up to a 20 and go dot, 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 dot. Come on. Really? Is my computer screwing up?
Oh, what are you doing?
I'm Zing out of some stuff. There we go. Dot. And then bring this down here, like little wires are running through it like this. Okay, now what I want you guys to do is bring your brush size all the way down to a 5. And this is creating form. Right now it's just a straight line, but if we put a little bit of shadows in through here by making 2, here's 1, all the way down here like this, 1. Bring your brush size down to a 3, like so. I'll put 2 up here. Most likely it's going to get lost in the read when we bring it back like this, and it does, but it's there, okay? Come back to the gold leaflets, put some dots in here. Let's bring my brush size back up to a 15. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Looking areas right through here. So now I come and zoom back like this. I don't know if it's, you can consider it camouflage, but ideally it's going to be gold flakes for part of your weapon. All right, again, from working back to front, what we're going to do here is hit the shift button from here. There's shift area right through here. Bring your brush size down and go 1, 2, 3 like that. Just to make a circle right here. And from here, we're going to have some pipes that come up through here like that. I'll bring my brush size back up to a 10. Up through here like this. Follow it along. I'm going to hit my eraser button. And again, it's at a 60. Erasing the solid line right through here. Hitting B for brush. Making a little lip like that. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're following it along. We have some more wires on the outside and inside like this. 1, 2. We'll zoom in nice and close. Bring our brush size up to a 20. Hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're hitting everyone in the middle like this. So now when we bring it back like this, it looks like we have wires that are coming from here, leading on top of the weapon like this. So we're going to take this area right through here, and we're going to hit our shift button, come down here like this. On this area right here, I'm making another half circle like this. And then I'll follow it back along these lines right here like this. So I'll give you guys a moment to catch up here. And then again, because it's kind of a tubing, we'll break it up like this here, 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 and make a small circle like that here. Bring it back here, and it's a really nice read. All right, so let's go and concentrate on this area right through here, the grip. Let's bring our brush size down quite a bit to a 9. And I was kind of figuring we'd do something like this to the trigger guard, and I still think we should. So I changed my mind. We're going to bring it down up to a 15. And we're going to make this even right about here. Hit shift. Come down at an angle like this. Angle here. And then we put our little trigger right through here. Go and black it in. So now we pull it back like this. We can see where the hand will go. Our finger will go here for the trigger. It is a collapsible. Wow, they got rid of my collapsible stock, Mr. Nelson, when I came back through all this. Let me catch up to you guys. You guys keep doing your thing. Let me make this a collapsible stock real quick. So ideally, if this collapses both up and down, this is a wire tubing that is flexible and will bend and push and pull. So now we have that going on. What we're going to do is trace the contour from here and make a funky shape here with a little circle here. This will be our magazine release. Magazines, do not call them clips, please. That drives me crazy. They're called magazines. Magazines is a projectile weapon. Ideally, at least probably 25 to 30 rounds, 223 or bigger. 223 rounds of the caliber. And so anyway, that small little weapon lesson, Miss Jane, because I know you're not a gun person, we're going to come down through here like this, and I'll come right about here, in, following their contours like this, and then bring my brush size up to a 15 at an angle. Let's make this a little bit more thick, like so. And then we'll do a circle right here so you can drop your magazine. Your magazine basically is a box like this, and your weapon, your bullets, projectiles will stack up in here like so. So as everything is pulled through, this bullet loads into your barrel here, and the trigger is pulled, is ignited, and goes out through here. Let me see out of this. As you guys are catching up. So I have a round area right through here, and to make this stand out more, I want a rectangle area right through here. So you're going to hit my shift button. So I have a rectangle that is fed into here. You push this, the magazine drops out. But we need for the magazine to add more detail, like so. And now I'll bring it back like this, and we're having a pretty good read. How's everybody doing so far?
Looks good.
Okay, again, guys and gals, there's no such thing as a silly question. If you need me to slow down, just tell me. I don't mind. I want to make sure everyone's on the same page. All right. So that said, working from back to front, let's go ahead and work on this scope right here. Actually, it's not a scope. It's supposed to have some sort of gas power looking thing, some sort of energy weapon. So maybe you're shooting projectiles and you have some sort of gas power coming from here. And in the steampunk fashion, what I want to do is I'm going to measure up through here, make a straight line like this, bring this up or at an angle, down here like this, angle. Let's get it nice and tight. An angle like this, and then we'll make a little box right here. Separate all this stuff out like that. And from here, I want to make a straight line down here. Come over a bit, straight line down here like this. It's like a protective case for all the gas. Come up through here. I never want to use this weapon with this big bulky thing on top of it like this. And then let's do this here. So it's not so flat. Kind of following this all around here like that. Then come here really nice and close, hit my eraser button. Bring this down here. Erase this area out through here like this. Now I zoom back here like this. That's looking pretty darn sharp. What do you think, Mr. 50 Shades? Would you use this weapon?
I would.
I would at a pinch. I don't like that top heaviness looking thing. It reminds me of paintball in the first days when it came out. I had a PGP Splatmaster. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
No. This is back when paint cost 10 cents a shot. That doesn't sound expensive compared to like 223 rounds now that are at 75 cents a shot. But, you know, when you're young and you don't have a lot of money, 10 cents a shot adds up. And it was top fed. You had a little tube that came in here like that. And that's where your paint was. You had 10 shots and you had cock it back, pop, and it just... Anyway, I'm kind of stalling for people to catch up. You know what? Let's do this here. Where is my ellipse tool? I'll make it a little ellipse right here. Like that. Yay, it's black. I hit Control D. Change my paint color up. Bring it up through here like this. I don't like that either. Really? There we go. I have this selected here, and I'm going to hit Edit, Cut. Mr. 50 Shades Nelson, why is this doing that? Let's just do a fill. Alt, delete. There we go. Control D to deselect. Now I'll change my paint area up through here. Again, with Photoshop, there's like 10,000 different ways to do everything. Shape layer must be, okay. I'm going to bring my brush size up quite a bit to a 35. And I'm going to come up here, hit Shift. Come down here, make a shift. Up here. Cross into the middle like this. Hit my eraser tool. E for erase. My eraser tool will come up to at least, I said come up to at least 25. Let's do my paint tool. Brush. Making small little dots in through this area like this here. I will attempt to marquee select it. Hit Control T. Mr. Nelson, this is not my night. I'm going to have to layer, flatten my image like so. I don't need those other layers. We've already got our base model down here. Hit Control T now. Enter. Control C for copy. Control V for paste. Okay, I bring it up here, you can see that I still have all this sort of white around here, right? So hit my tool through here, magic wand, cut that area here. There's a lot of work to make this little bitty thing. Control T. Enter. Well, that's a lot of work to make that little thing. I don't think that's worth it. What do you think, Mr. Nelson?
It's up to you.
It's up to you. It's a nice, quick little gear, but gear-esque looking thing. Not sure if I like that idea of running that tool like that. Let's go ahead and continue, shall we? Hit my brush button again. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I had this all planned out. I planned it in my head. I had lots of things going on today, so I didn't actually practice it on the computer. But at the same time, it's really good that you guys understand that artists make mistakes. The VTMs that I'm doing right now for 3D Buzz, hold on, this one right here. There's 4 in the series, and you'll see me mess up every now and then, right? And I don't know if you're like me, but I've watched a lot of tutorials online, and the vast majority, you know, it may take an artist 8 hours to do something, and then they speed it up by 1,000 times, and it's pop, 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 and then they're talking over it. But I'm like, what did you just do? How do you correct that mistake? What's going? It's not real world application. So at least this real world application, you see me screw up, you see me work around it, and I'm stalling for time to make sure everyone catches up. But just understand that a lot of artists, you know, that's what happens, and you'll find your own workarounds. So with that said, I test my brush size here, and it's still white. I need to go back to black. That's fine. I'll bring my brush size down to a 10. Start working here. Bring this area up through here like so. Like this. I want some stuff up through here because it's already top heavy. Why not? Just bring it up like this. Zoom in here nice and close. So I have this rectangle here. Make another rectangle like this. Let's break this up again through here. Another rectangle up here. What I'm doing right now is giving it nice, interesting shapes. So my brush size is a 10. I'll bring it down to a 7. From this area like this. Let's make 1 right here, split the difference like that. Now that I bring it back here like this, we have some interesting shapes. All I'm using is rectangles, triangles. I'm using the shift key tons. Is there a right or wrong way to do this? Not really. The only thing you need to think about is functionality, how things are going to work. And the more I look at that stupid gear we just met or made, really? I was on the wrong layer, Mr. 50 Shades of Nelson. Come back to this layer here, hit my eraser tool. Got rid of that. I'll come back here and keep what we already made. So we have all this going on from this area right here. Go back to my brush. Let's make something up here like this, nice and thin. Square it off like so. Make a small circle like this. Come in the middle and split the difference here. Moving over to here. And what we're going to do right in this area right here is make a sling. Actually, I'm going to put the sling on a separate layer. S-L-I-N-G, sling. Make a circle like this. Come back to this area right here. Bring my brush size up quite a bit. Make a small circle like this. So what happens here is you can make a sling that's attached to here to here. So you can wear it around your shoulder. Like so, and then I can come back through here. Let's go ahead and make some more gears and interesting looking things through here. Let's make another pipe that comes down through here like this. And again, pipes will be divided up into little sections like this. And to make our dots, we pump up our brush size quite a bit. While we're here, we'll make this a thicker line weight through here like so. Let's go ahead and shut this off here, then we'll bring our brush size down quite a bit. Circle here, let's go ahead and cut this off here. Split it in the middle like this. We'll make another little signature area right here. And we have a lot of empty real estate here, so I'm going to come up, come down, and then we'll put some gold leaflets, areas like this around here. Maybe a circle here like that. So then I bring it back. We have a very interesting looking rifle. And all I did, seriously, tons of rectangles. We made our base layer that was really nice and easy by using our selection tool, our marquee tool, filling it in and following the contours of the lines. And we made some interesting looking pipes. And hey, there you have it, there you are. So let's try our marquee selection tool real quick. Let's go ahead and, I'm going to merge all my layers together, layer, flatten my image like this. Let's select all this bad image. Actually, hold on. Let me come back, Control D to deselect my eraser tool. Let's get rid of this area right through here because that gear idea was a dumb one. I'm the first to admit. My magic wand tool. Coming through here like this, I select this area, Control T. Shrink it down a little bit like this. We make it really nice and long, like a sniper rifle. Bring it up here like this. Hit enter, Control D to deselect. That's looking pretty darn tight. I'm liking this. Mr. 50 Shades, what do you think?
Looks good.
I would definitely use this. Well, I say that now. You know what we need, though, honestly? This needs to be elongated right through here. That's too short. So marquee select this area right through here. Hit Control T. Because it's going to be a pistol grip. It needs to be big enough for the person to grip it. Enter. Control D. I have some black lines right through here. Hit my brush. Coming across here like this. If you have a sniper rifle, I would love to have a way to use a tripod. So making a little circle area like this underneath. Shift again. Come down here like this. So ideally what happens is this area, see if I can just do this for the non-weapons people. So say you're in a firefight or you're getting ready for a firefight and you're setting up your position. Hit Control T real quick. You can bring this down like this here. However far you want, we'll make it collapsible, but it helps for stability. So that's why I wanted to put that there. Enter, Control D, then I'll see out of this. There we go, Control D like that. So we have our little tripod that we can put this on so we can have better stability for long range. So let's see if we can make this work like these two weapons here. I think that's a brilliant idea. So do I. Thank you very much. Notice I'm not selecting the sling. I have that selected. I hit Control Copy, Control V. Move this down here like so. Control T again. Let's shrink it up quite a bit. I kind of like that. It's nice. It's personable. Hit Enter. And for shoots and grins, select this area right through here. Hit Control T. Get a bit bigger and reposition it. Get really nice and close. So these lines work out. Control D to deselect. Now for cleanup, I'm going to hit my eraser tool. My eraser tool is at 80. I'm going to bring it down to a 45. Really get in here nice and tight. Hit the top of this like this. Bring it down here so it's not such a huge line with variation. Do the same thing here. I'll even do this up here. So this is basic cleanup. What I'm attempting to do is make these lines half as big as they are right now. There we go. I zoom back here like this. I'll hit my B button for my brush. Come from here like this. Clean everything up to make it look a little bit prettier. Zoom back out here, and you have basically a brand new weapon with the minimal amount of work. So how's everybody doing? Tonight we basically drew two guns, two weapons. Man, I got a lot of push-ups to do. Two weapons, and we turned the two into four. And they're highly detailed, and it is a very, very good read. So I want to see some screens right now. Who's going to be the first volunteer?
All right, hands up, post in the questions if you want us to jump over to your screen. Looks like we have a Mr. Sunny.
Mr. Sunny!
Hello.
How you doing, man?
Hello, I'm finding you.
Well, I'm good. I'm worried I'm losing everybody, and I don't want to do that.
So, can you see my screen?
I can see your screen now. Yes, sir.
Okay, so, okay, nice.
It's looking pretty damn good, dude.
Thank you. I'm trying to follow you.
You're doing a great job.
Thanks. I was trying to do the second weapon, but I didn't have time, so.
And again, it's important because if you're struggling to keep up, it means other people are struggling to keep up. And I don't want that to happen. I love those, man. You did good, dude. You even did the little crappy gear thing that I tried to do. Yours is a lot better than mine. You know, I'm coming to everybody else's house to kick their butt because they did the homework. I'm going to come to your house and kick your butt because you're really good.
Sounds very interesting.
It's very interesting. I'll probably get there and you'll like smack me down and I'll cry in the fetal position. But you did a really good job. Keep these now. Everyone keep what you created because we're going to add these to our characters, okay?
I will.
All right, say them out. Hey, well done. One more victim.
All right, we have a Mr. J.
Mr. J. Puddin'. I love puddin'. I have to say that. I'm such a girl. You know, I'm trying to sound like, right? Mr. 50 Shades. Harley Quinn. Man, I like Harley Quinn. She's a hot blonde. Crazy as a loon. But really nice, dude. I love the vent system that you put up there in that weapon. Are you there?
Yeah, I was going for like a heat thing. Yeah, I'm here.
All right, good. That's really, really nice.
And it made a gear, but it didn't move with the gun because I forgot it was on a different layer. The one right there.
Dude, you're so not alone, okay? So not alone. You see me do it. Those are nice and interesting weapons, man. Well done.
Well,
All right, so tell me the truth. Am I moving too fast?
I was keeping it pretty good on the weapons. It took me a while on the first one just to figure out different tools to make it go faster because I wasn't using a keyboard.
What are you using then?
What's it called? I'm in Manga Studio too, so I'm using the polyline tool instead of the shift
Gotcha. Okay, I mean, I'm so much more familiar now with Manga Tool. My main thing whenever I'm doing Photoshop to Manga, I keep hitting the P button for pen, and you can't do that in Photoshop for brush. So
Yeah, I know. That was messing me up when I went to like do that painting thing I did earlier this week.
Yep. Hey, well done though. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
Keep it up. All right, so now we've done 4 weapons out of 2. We're going to start building on the template that I did. I'm going to show you how to draw the head and human chest in this particular view really quick in a layer, and then we'll put some gear on top of it. And then the next class will be kind of an anatomy class. I want everyone to be able to draw a dude so we can put all these weapons and gear on, because at the end of all this, I'd love to have a female character and a male character drawn with all sorts of gear, top hats, beautiful flowing lacy like crap for the girl, not the guy. So take my screen back, Mr. 50 Shades of Nelson.
Alrighty.
Well done, Mr. J. All right, so this is my dude right here. The dude. All right, I'm going to create another layer on top of this and say base. My image size it's different this time, believe it or not. It's roughly 13 inches wide, 20 inches high at 300 DPI. That's always going to be 300 DPI with me, always. So again, it is 13 wide, 20 high. I want you guys and gals to do on your base layer. I'll create a blue first. And this is not really an anatomy class, but I need you guys to be able to draw some gear on top of something. I'm going to make an oval shape like this. So we can tell through here. So I'm searching for that area right here for an oval shape. Make a circle right here for the shoulder. Half circle for the shoulder here. This area here is where the latissimus dorsi is at. And right through here, drawing along here, almost making a base plate, home plate, playing baseball for the legs of Nudo. Right here, the trapezius muscle comes from the shoulder. Up here's the head, comes up almost nice and straight. The face is down here like this. You build the chin down here like that. So if this is from here to here, shoulder to his elbow should be about 1 head length long. So right here is his elbow. It's going to come down here, again from here to here, roughly. It's about 1 head length long. My hand is here. So let's make a small bubble here. Again, I'm not really super interested in anatomy at this point. This will come down straight, bows out and comes in. And then the hand comes through here, ideally from here to here. Elbow straight across like this. The hand area is like that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ghost this baby out like this. Come back in here, make another layer. And I'll call this base 2. I'm going to walk you guys through it one more time. I believe in repetitiveness. I'm drawing from the middle first. This area here, almost like an egg. My base plate here for where the crotch is going to go. Shoulder region, deltoids. Shoulder region, deltoid. From your deltoid or shoulder, the trapezius muscle that comes through here. Up to the head, almost like a shovel. It comes, straight down. Measuring from the shoulder to the elbow is about 1 head length long from here to here. From here to here is another head length long. We have our hand. An imaginary line coming from here to here, from the deltoid to here to the elbow. Your brachial muscles from your forearms, and then you have your hand. So let's do this again. I'll make it in black this time. So I'm coming up through here. Follow my head, my base. And right through here, if you notice, thicker line, it gets really thin through here. So I'm actually going to bring my brush size down to about a 15. Actually make it a 20. Come through here. You have your brow ridge here. Nose. Jawline. Your ear. So if your ear is here, remember what I said. Your eyes are going to come across through here like this. The dotted line, this will be the base of your ear. Come down here. This is where his clavicle is at. His pectoral muscle from the end of the deltoid here comes up like this. Your deltoid region. Let's bring our brush size up a little bit more. I'm going to go through this again, okay? So don't panic that I'm going too fast, because I will go over it again. Deltoid wraps around here and comes in. As the deltoid is separated by 3 heads, you have the outer, the inner, or outer, middle, and the inner through here that separates the pectoral range. And because his arm is elongated, the bicep here is not super big, but we'll make him semi-muscular. You have your trapezius muscle through here. Little V for the elbow. Come down through here like this. Expose out here like this. For the hand, let's just block it off right now. Then you have your lats, latissimus dorsi. Come through here, give them a small waist. Up through here. Your sternum's right through this area here, so you're going to come up and V out like this, or V in, and bring it straight down. Part of the hip bone comes through here, the pelvic area. Deltoid, bicep, brachial muscle. Just block off the hand and show where the crotch is going to be at. Your gluteus maximus, your butt. Separate this like that. Throw in a little bit of, oops, it's a little bit too dark. Here, bring my brush size down quite a bit. Eyebrow, mouth, part of your nose. And I won't bother with all the obliques, and actually I am bothering, aren't I? Stomach muscles in through here like this. That's a very, very, very quick and crude anatomy lesson. So let's go over it one more time, okay? I started from the middle, deltoid, to the elbow, all the way down to the wrist. Made a home plate here for the pelvic region. Separated the legs where the crotch meets. From here to here, your other deltoid, your shoulder, bicep, brachial muscles down to the wrist. From your shoulder is your latissimus or your trapezius muscle that comes up through here, meets to the neck. Nice thick line that comes around here. In the beginning, we made a shovel. You have your brow, your nose, chin, jaw, ear. We have all these placed here, so now we know where the eye goes. It's on the base right here where your eye goes. A thicker eyebrow like that. Grr, I'm mean looking. And then I just messed about with the whole idea for the stomach. Your sternum's right here. So your ribs will meet around through here like this, then you have your stomach muscle. Your obliques are over here, then the main stomach muscles. So let me pause for the cause right here so everyone can catch up. I need one very brave volunteer to see who has done this so I can hopefully gauge everybody else if I need to go over this again. So who'd like to volunteer?
Not seeing anyone.
I'll pick on you, Wolf, if you don't raise your hand.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and jump into Wolf.
All right, sounds good.
I didn't do it.
What?
I hit my limit. I'm starving. I can't.
Can't concentrate.
I can't like look and draw at the same time. I lost my ability to do that, but I did get all the guns done.
Your weapons look really nice, and I just looked at your weapons. You know, I looked down right here. It's already 10:56 my time, so we're running quickly out of time, and I want to like push everybody to build a human, then put all the details on top of that. So we'll stop there, but with a promise that when we start next time, we'll do our 5-minute drawing. And I'll have 2 different templates that Mr. 50 Shades of Nelson will put on the website that you can download and you can put on. And we'll continue this lesson with the gear that wraps around the human. I want everyone to save your weapons right now. And I'll show you why here in a second. But you did good, Mr. Wolf. I'm proud of you. I'm sorry we ran out of time. The weapons are great. They look good. They're steampunkish. I'm proud of you for that.
Yeah, I'll follow on the lesson. I'll draw that guy, but I just
Right.
I just hit my limit, man.
I understand. When you work a 40-hour job and try to do this on top of it, and then coloring on top of what you're doing, I get it. I totally understand. So I won't come to your house and have a kid cry in front of you.
Thanks.
Promise. You're welcome. How's everybody else doing? How's Mr. J doing? Well, I don't want to know. I see Mr. J's weapons. Jump into Jane's screen. I want to see if she was able to catch up to the weapons.
Hello?
Hey,
Can you hear
that's
me?
pretty. I can hear you. That's pretty good follow along real quick
Okay.
there. Let me see your weapons real quick.
Okay.
Holy crap
It's
and a cracker. That
not
is
proportioned
beautiful.
right there.
Stop it, girl. Stop it. That looks really nice. Really, really
Thanks.
good. So was I slower? Better for you?
Yeah, yeah.
That looks really, really good. I'm proud of you. Well done.
As I said, I don't know guns, so I'd have to have samples, images.
No, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm a firm believer,
Mhm.
and I do it all the time. I'll grab something from Google, put it on my screen, and draw from that because I really believe we should draw from what we see, and then
Mhm.
all the embellishments, all the tools and the pipes and stuff, you just add on yourself.
Mhm.
So I am proud of you, and I am glad that you did well. Thank you very much for doing this.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Otherwise, I want to show you one more what we're going to head towards. Does anybody else have any questions or want to volunteer to show their screens?
I'm not seeing anyone.
And this time went by way, way too fast.
Jizba says that he is mostly done.
Well, then let's jump into Mr. J's screen real quick. And Jane, good-looking guy. Bald is beautiful, I have to say that.
That's as far as I got.
Not bad. His chest and his torso looks kicking, man.
Yeah, I just had to do the little indicators. They're on my other screen, but couldn't get them over to this one.
No worries. I really like that. I miss Manga Pro. I can see your line widths and the tools there for inking and drawing are so much better, in my opinion.
Yeah, I know I could make a brush in Photoshop, it won't run on my tablet.
Ah, gotcha. Well done, though. Like I said, I'll get a couple of templates up for everybody. Then we can dress them, and you can put mustaches on like a paper doll thing. But well done. I'm proud of you. Congratulations. I will not take a kitten to your house and make them cry.
Oh, thank you. I was
Unless
worried about that.
Unless you bring me beer, let me have beer. Then I'll bring the cat.
I got my homework too, but I saved it in manga. Maybe it'll open. Yeah, I got the manga thing open too.
A lot of times if I have Photoshop manga and then I have DAZ, I have a pretty strong computer, but that stuff starts to weigh down pretty much really quick.
Yeah,
Look
I
at
didn't
that.
finish it, but it's pretty rough. But that's okay.
I like it. And again, top hat makes the man.
Yes, indeed.
I love it. And again, I can't say enough or express enough how I love Manga Shop or Manga Pro, Manga Studio, whatever it's called, just because of the inking abilities. And Steve Curtis, God bless him, I love him to death. He's like, and he actually helped me make a brush on the fly in Photoshop. And there's just a lot more work I need to do to it to make it do this.
This little tool right here is like my favorite one when I'm doing like painting stuff, though. The one that it's like a lasso tool that automatically fills in.
Nice. I haven't even explored that yet. Very, very cool. All right, I'm proud of you. Mr. 50 Shades of Nelson, take my screen one more time. And then we'll wrap it up. Get rid of these areas right through here. Come back here like this. And I'm going to select this tool, this weapon right here. Hit Control, copy. Meet the right layer, Control, copy. Come back here, edit, paste. And I know I have a lot of white around it already, so I'm going to select this area right through here, hit edit, cut to get rid of it. Bring this weapon over here now, hit Control T to select it. And in case you didn't know, if you hit the shift button and drag it down, it'll keep everything proportionate. I turn it like this, hit enter. I ghost it out, my eraser tool here. This is what I want you guys to be able to do, and this is why I want you to keep your weapons that you're designing. bring my opacity back up like this. So I have a small place right here for this pistol. Same thing for Control D to deselect the rifle here. Selecting this whole area right here and a little bit more. Hit edit, copy, come back to this over here, edit, paste, Control T to shrink it down quite a bit. Enter, magic lasso or wand tool, edit, cut. Now this is all closed up, so I need to edit and cut this in through here, edit, cut, Control T, and maybe position it like this. And this is what's really going to suck. Really, really bad. Should put a lot of detail into this, and I can position the sling and everything I want. I'll put it right here. And then ghost this out as well. Hit enter or my eraser tool. Zoom in here. Oops. What I'm doing is I'm erasing everything that will be behind him. And you don't have to place your weapon right here. I'm going to bring this up here like this. And then we have this weapon here on top in a separate layer. We have the sling through here. And all we'd have to do is hit our paint tool button and bring the sling across here like that. And we have a couple weapons on our paper doll already. That's what, but you know, you need to draw the entire weapon to see how you want to position it. But that's where we're heading. So definitely keep your weapons, save them for next time. And your homework assignment next time is to come up with 2 cool weapons or a chess piece yourself. And I don't really expect in-depth chess piece unless you want to do your own paper doll. If you use your templates, which are not created yet, I will get them created by tomorrow evening and get them on the web so you can capture them, and then you can start moving your weapons of your own choice around your person like this and save them in different layers, okay? Because we're going to have to move them around once we get clothes. We're going to have to, here, for instance, weapon, no weapon. I take my weapon out here and hit my B-nut button. Come in through here like this. And this guy's got, you know, a nice looking jacket that's going to come on him like this. And then I throw my weapon on top of it. I want to make sure that the folds aren't, I guess, the weapon's not going over the folds in the wrong places. But that's the whole idea of doing a paper doll. And then we can erase all these areas through here that should not be showing because he or she has clothes on them. So that is where we're heading. Round table. Any questions?
Not seeing anyone.
All right. I'm not going to leave until we have one question or comment from not Wolf, not Jane, not Mr. J, or Sonny, somebody else. We have plenty of people in here. Somebody's not talked yet. I won't bite your head off. I'm a silly nerd. I can't fight to save my life, but I can bring kittens that will cry, and I will do that. We have any volunteers?
Raise your hand if you want to volunteer. I'm not seeing anything.
All right. Be ready for me to show up with kittens at your doorstep. That's all I can say. Already over time. It's 11:08. Guys and gals, we did a great job tonight. The weapons took a little bit longer than I expected, but I really hope that you got the feel for it. In Photoshop, the shift key holding it down is really your friend to make everything nice and linear, make things proportion. Remember your Control T option that you can move things around and reform things. Draw a base weapon, and then you can have lots of fun making different looks for your weapons. So with that, if there's no other questions, Mr. 50 Shades of Nelson, take us out. Your homework again, make 2 weapons for yourself. And if you want to attempt a paper doll, that will be the character that you'll be keeping and starting to dress. So there you have it. There you are.
Alrighty.